Yes. How is everyone doing?
How is everyone doing, guys? Yes, we are going live. We are live for the exclusive latest news with Fabrizio Romano.
Was that weird saying that?
That was weird, yeah. That was weird. We're a few minutes away from getting him on, so we just thought we'd go live now and just have a quick conversation about what we're going to be talking about. So obviously, Fabrizio, we're going to be talking about transfers, innit? So we're going to be talking about all things Harry Kane. We're going to be talking about Bernardo Silva, Gabriel Jesus, Laporte. Who else we're looking for? Maybe even some shit on like Nuno as well. There's still quite a lot of transfers, I think, that City have got to get done in this transfer window, obviously, and I think most of them are going to be regarding leaving the club. However, there are obviously that big transfer rumour, that big transfer sticking point, Bray, in Harry Kane. Are we going to get him through the door? And potentially, is there anyone else that City are looking at?
Is there a B list? You know what I mean? In the morning stream, a lot of people always ask, if we don't get Harry Kane, who do we go for? And that's the issue that we have. Who do we go for after Harry Kane, innit? And we'll be getting Fabrizio on very shortly, innit? For people that are asking. Please ask about Lautaro, City Extra. We'll have a look at all the questions and stuff when Fabrizio comes on and that. We'll try and get as many questions done as possible. Obviously, the chat is going absolutely wild, so don't expect too much from us. This is a weird situation, isn't it? It's like Ant and Dec.
Ant and Dec, what are you talking about?
Because we're on the wrong sides.
Oh, we are switched. Yeah, we are switched.
We're on the wrong sides, innit?
We are switched.
So, you know what I mean? You've never seen us this way before. However, this is just essential just for this one stream. Because I'm not going to be here for the whole thing, innit? Fabrizio's going to take my place.
It's essential, bro.
This was needed, innit? You know what I mean? It's Jordi Pordy swap deal with Fabrizio. Here we go.
You've been subbed off, bro. You've been saved.
I'm getting subbed off for the next match, innit? Because I'm that vital.
We are just a few minutes away from him coming on the stream. Let's say we get them likes up, guys. There's 1,900 people in the stream. Let's see if we can smash past 1,000 and get that absolutely smashed. Make sure you are subscribed as well and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Obviously, we've got another guest coming on tomorrow, hopefully.
Yes.
Which is a bit of a difference, but should still be pretty cool, man. That's one with Jordi Pordy. And then, obviously, we've got the first game of the season coming up at the weekend, so we've got loads of stuff on that. And then we've also got a video. I'll give you a little bit of a preview where we speak to fans of every other Premier League club and get their view on how they think they're going to do in this season, maybe players to look out for their team, and how they think that City are going to do this season. So it's a bit of a longer video, but it's pretty cool getting the perspective of
all these different fans.
Yeah,
it's sick.
From teams that are going to be challenging us there for the title, from teams that maybe are worried about relegation, maybe not spent any money on transfers. It's pretty cool getting everyone's different views on it, innit? So yeah, make sure you are subscribed and hit the notification bell so you don't miss when we upload those videos. Like I say, we got this one today, and then there will be another. Tomorrow's a video, right? The one tomorrow, that's a video, I think.
Yeah, that's a video.
But that's going to be a video with another guest. So yeah, lots of stuff coming up, man. Lots of stuff coming up.
Also, as well, as a lot of people say in the chat, that you smashed it on Dom Robbie. For our extra club members, the join button is just below. We're doing an Inside AFTV video. It's just covered my face, that joint. We're doing an Inside AFTV video. Well, Lewis has already done it. It's going up tonight. And it's just basically about Lewis's time on Dom Robbie and stuff. That's for tier 2 and 3 members. And it's pretty cool, innit? You had a good time there, innit? You know what I mean? Yeah. The experience was mega.
Yeah, 100%, man. It was decent. So, bro, what was the morning news in it? So, what did you speak about this morning? And like, just before we get Fabrizio, by the way, is due to come on in the next about four minutes. So stay tuned in it. So, what was you talking about this morning, bro? What was the morning news?
To be fair, there was no real morning news. Last night it came out about the whole Edison contract situation with him, Raheem, and Phil Foden, but all in line to get new contracts at City, which makes sense. And then pretty much the whole stream was just us talking shit, pretty much, and talking about Harry Kane and B-list options, because it's very difficult to think of the B-list options with Harry Kane. People were suggesting João Felix and stuff, but it is difficult. It is difficult to think of. If we don't get Harry Kane, what happens in it? Oh yeah, and the Gankau and Andy there, seal bars and Tim Tams, which are fake penguin bars, bro.
Yeah. No, it's true. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are currently in this situation now where they're like, what is our B option? And I will be asking Fabrizio this. Do we have a B option? Is there any links? Because I've not seen any links really to anyone. You know what I mean? People were talking about Lautaro, but You know what I mean? I just don't think that's going to happen.
I think he could be an option if he doesn't end up going elsewhere like Tottenham or something.
I mean, there was some rumours that Harry Kane was going to sign a new contract, man.
I think that got debunked though, like very fast.
Yeah.
We got a new member, bro. In the midst of everything, it went rapid past us. Cameron Dempsey, MCFC 1894. Yes, big up, man. Appreciate you joining Tier 1. That get into the Discord server, mate. Thanks for joining the X Club, mate. And also, Jammy Jam Jam with a £2 watching this at work.
That's a funny name.
Jammy Jam Jam, I know. I like saying it, innit?
Yeah, that's a funny name. Yeah, man, I suppose a lot of people will be watching this at work. I'm actually on my lunch break, innit, bro?
I know, you are technically.
I'm on the lunch.
You're working for your lunch, really, innit? You know what I mean? Your second job, this, innit?
So, I'm really looking forward to it, man. Like I say, 3 minutes away now from getting him on. Immobile, a lot of people have been asking for Immobile recently. I feel like transfer rumours and fans, like, demands and sort of wants always sort of go up and down. You know what I mean? It's like a trend, and I feel like there was nothing about Immobile, and then like the last 4 or 5 days, a lot of people have been asking for Immobile. Immobile is a bagsman. He is a bagsman, but are City really going to go for someone like that?
Is that the bracket rafter? But then again, we are talking about a B list, innit? Like people say that shit guy. People say Alexander Isaac. He seems to be on that list. Bamford keeps getting mentioned in the chat. I got mentioned this morning, but I'm not.
A lot of people asking for Bamford,
yeah,
bro.
There's a lot of people saying Bamford. We'd get roasted on the tax, you know what I mean? The English tax, innit?
George Hum is coming with a 279, chilling in the washroom at work. Yes, George. George, yes, funny that. I've not seen George Hum in the chat for a while, man.
I know.
It's good to see you back.
First time we seen George was in Twitch stream, wasn't it? George Hum.
Yeah, I think it's Canan Martial. Nah, Martial's. Nah, no way we get Martial, bro. Also, I seen something saying Martial's not leaving United anyway, so I think we need an actual proper striker. You know, I think we need a big dog striker, and I think, you know, hopefully it's going to be Kane. But how do you pronounce that name, bro? Vlahovic.
I think it's Vlahovic. I thought it was Vlahovic or something like that. I was saying it like Vlahovic. But I think I'm wrong in it. I think it's just Vlahovic.
Yeah, I mean, I've never really seen this guy play in it, but apparently plays for Fiorentina, right? Apparently he's a batsman. And does he fall into the bracket of big, tall striker? Because I don't know, innit? I say I've never really seen him play.
See, Adam Booker there, Vlahovic.
Calvert-Lewin? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
We have Fabrizio in the waiting room, bro. Would you like to all systems go?
Let's do it. Let's get him on. Let me get my headphones on so I can actually hear Fabrizio.
Right. Hang on a sec. I'll...
Yes, Fabrizio, can you hear me? How we doing? You alright? Thank you for coming on. I know you're a very busy man.
Thank you. Big pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
Good. Right, let's get cracking then, because I know you're short on time. So first of all, obviously the big news, Manchester City are in for a striker. Pep Guardiola in the press conference has already sort of made it public knowledge now that City do want Kane. What's the latest there with Harry Kane?
Yes, first of all, let me say again, thank you for the invitation and congrats for the amazing work you're doing. It's really a big pleasure to be together and talking about Harry Kane. Yes, he's still the main target, and yes, Manchester City are still working on it. So he's always been the main target as a striker, the only target, I would say, till some weeks ago. And this is why Manchester City are working on it, why Pep Guardiola was pushing also in the last days in the press conference.
Yeah.
At the moment, there is still no agreement between club, and I think the strategy is so clear from Manchester City. So they know that pushing directly with the Harry Kane or with the club is not so smart with Daniel Levy, because Daniel Levy is so strong in negotiations, and so it's not easy to sign the player if you go with this kind of strategy, but it's better to wait and to jump in the deal if Tottenham will give the green light in the coming days. From what I know, also in the last few days, Manchester City are not giving up on this deal, are not saying, okay, we focus on another player, or okay, we know that it's impossible. They are still thinking that they have some space, some days to try for Harry Kane, and they are still hoping for Harry Kane to join the club. So they are still considering Harry Kane as their main target after signing Jack Grealish. At the moment, from Tottenham side, they are still on the same position, saying that he's not leaving. But from Manchester City, they are still thinking of Harry Kane as their priority. So it's a poker game now, and we know that the player wants to play Champions League football. So I think next week we'll have a final answer on this story because they need to decide between Tottenham and Harry Kane. It's true that Tottenham are already looking at many strikers in case Kane will leave the club, but Manchester City are still keen and working on Harry Kane.
Yeah, that's interesting to know. I mean, on this stance, obviously, it's good to know that City, his main focus is on Harry Kane, and obviously Tottenham want to keep Harry Kane. Why would you not? But what is Tottenham's stance? Do we know what they're looking for here? Because obviously they must know in the back of their minds that there is a great chance that Harry Kane will leave, and that's why they're looking at these alternative strikers. What are they actually looking for? Are they looking for some big, massive world record transfer? Is it a City miles away from the transfer fee? What's the story here?
I can tell you that all the people involved in this story from Tottenham side, they hope to change Harry Kane's mind. They want to keep Harry Kane because they think they can change his mind. And I'm talking about Daniel Levy, Fabio Paratici, Nuno himself. They are starting something new at Tottenham, and they want to start with Harry Kane and not starting a new project with new director of football, with new manager, losing the best player they have. So that's why they're really pushing to change his mind and to fix the situation with Harry Kane. But, they are not going to accept £100 million, as they already refused it more than 1 month ago in June when they said no to this kind of bid from Manchester City. And it was an official bid. There was an email, I'm told, from Manchester City to Tottenham with this bid, and also with the availability to discuss about players to be involved in the negotiation. And Tottenham said no to this kind of chance. So let's see if now they will change their stance. But at the moment, they are still thinking that they can change Harry Kane's mind. My feeling is, if Harry Kane will push again next week, like saying, okay, I want to go, they need to make a decision. Okay, we want to go to fight 100% and you stay here, you're not leaving, or we are prepared to make a price and let's do it with Manchester City. But Man City are still hoping they have space to do it.
Yeah. On the previous bid, actually, it's quite interesting that Manchester City did make an official bid. Do we know how Tottenham reacted to that? Was it just a flat-out refusal to negotiate? Did they come back with sort of a counter-offer? Do we know anything about how Tottenham sort of reacted to Manchester City's bid?
From what I know, it was 100% no chance. Like saying, we don't want to talk about players, we don't want to talk about Laporte, we don't want to talk about Gabriel Jesus. We are not open to make these kind of things. We want to keep Harry Kane. So thank you. We're not accepting £100 million. So that's why the situation was considered really complicated. And let me say, that's why Manchester City have been directly involved with Jack Grealish as first signing, because they said, okay, we sign Grealish, and then if we have the opportunity, we jump again in the Harry Kane deal, because they know that for Harry Kane was really complicated after this first official bid they did in June. Let's see now if the situation changes, but at the moment, from Manchester City, they are still hoping of Harry Kane, but from Tottenham, there is no green light yet. So I think it's something we have to keep an eye on in the next coming few days.
Yeah. And before we move on from Harry Kane, there was a few rumours circulating over the last sort of 48 hours that Harry Kane is actually considering signing a brand new contract at Tottenham. Do we know anything about this? Is there any sort of credibility to these rumours?
To be honest with you, when I checked these kind of things, it was weeks ago, immediately after the Euros, and I've been told that they were not discussing a new contract between Tottenham and Kane, and that Kane was focused on Manchester City move. But I've always been told if Harry would be staying at Tottenham this summer, maybe after the window, the situation could change. I think it's about Harry Kane decision. If Harry decides to stay at Tottenham and change his mind, it could be a possibility, because Daniel Levy is open to offer him a new contract. This is true, 100% true. They want to offer him a new contract. They want to change the situation, to fix the situation. But as of now, it's not something discussed today. So we will see maybe in the coming weeks.
Yeah, very interesting developments there with Harry Kane. I mean, a lot of City fans don't think we should be going for Harry Kane. A lot of them want Erling Haaland, obviously currently at Borussia Dortmund, fantastic football player. I think it's widely reported about his release clause next year, not this year. Is there any chance that City could sort of get fed up with the sort of negotiation tactics deployed by Tottenham Hotspur and Daniel Levy and focus their attention on going for Haaland? Is there any rumours or anything in that?
My feeling is that will be really difficult to sign Erling Haaland in this window. This has always been my feeling with Chelsea, and I go with the same for Manchester City, because it's 175 million euro fee, and you have to pay also a huge salary to the player and to his agent Pin Raiola. Really difficult, really difficult. And also Borussia Dortmund, remember what happened last summer with Sancho. They don't need money because they sold Sancho, and also they are not selling players in the last weeks and the last days of the window. So if someone wants to sign on, it was like now in the next 5 or 7 days, because they are not selling Haaland in the last week of transfers. It's not in their style, and it's not in Borussia Dortmund style. So as of now, there is no contact between Manchester City and Borussia Dortmund. Then never say never, but as of now, nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's sort of widely reported that City are not in for Haaland. But obviously, a lot of City fans do want Haaland. Obviously, he's very young, very powerful, and that sort of leads me on to the next point that a lot of City fans are now starting to worry about. And it's, if City can't get Harry Kane out of Tottenham Hotspur, what is the plan B for City? Do they have a plan B, or is it sort of at this moment in time all eggs just focused on Harry Kane? What is there anyone else that City are sort of querying in Europe?
You mean for Manchester City, right?
Yeah.
No, at the moment, the situation I told is Kane. So they want Harry Kane, and they will go for Harry Kane. They're still thinking they can do it. So as of now, is only Harry Kane. So let's see if maybe the situation changes in the coming days, and they will go for something different. But they've always been working for Harry Kane, with the player, with Tottenham, with everyone involved in the club, thinking of Harry Kane as next striker. So, as they did for Jack Grealish, because they only wanted Jack Grealish in this position and they signed Jack Grealish, they have the same plan with Harry Kane. But this is so Manchester City style. So going for at least 2 targets and not going for 10 different players in the same position. Maybe they prefer to wait and go for something different at the last days of the window. Yeah,
okay. I've got to ask you as well, Fabrizio. We've just seen possibly the biggest sort of transfer deal ever. Okay, there was no fee involved, but is, in my opinion, the best football player of all time, Leo Messi. Was there any interest at all, even a text message or WhatsApp, anything from Manchester City to try and get Leo Messi to the football club?
In the last week of April, they were trying for Leo Messi. I'm told that in the last week of April, Manchester City were really serious, like asking to Jorge Messi and to lawyers of the player, what's happening with the contract with Barcelona? Are you staying? If you're not staying, we are open to try. We want to try, with Pep Guardiola directly involved, but also Soriano, Begiristain, all the Catalan people in the club. And the answer from Leo Messi and from his father Jorge was, thank you. I like the opportunity, but I want to stay at Barcelona. So the only contract has been in April, because now after the break between Leo Messi and Barcelona, there was no room for this deal. Manchester City were really focused on Jack Grealish. They signed Jack Grealish and also on Harry Kane, as Pep Guardiola said. So he was 100% honest. He would love to have Leo Messi, but was no chance after signing Jack Grealish. And also, we have to say that Paris Saint-Germain have been so fast, because they contacted Messi like 1 hour after the official statement, and they did everything in 2 days. So there was no room to do something different.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Right, let's switch it up a little bit. We've talked about attacking players. I want to ask about Nuno Mendes. Very good young footballer coming through the ranks. Manchester City are in need probably of a left-back. Obviously, we're playing Alexander Zinchenko at the moment, who is developed into a left-back from a midfield player. And obviously, we've got Benjamin Mendy, who is a bit unreliable in terms of his unfortunate situation with his injuries. Nuno Mendes, big price tag. Are City interested here? They're going to wait maybe a year, trying to get the Kane deal over the line. Anything in this?
So first of all, they love Nuno Mendes in Manchester City. They love the player. They have been scouting Nuno Mendes for a long time. So I see they are denying always this rumor saying he's not joining the club, and there's a possibility that he's not joining, because the price tag is so high. It is 50 million euro. And at the moment, Manchester City are not prepared to pay this kind of fee for a player who is really good talent, interesting player, but come on, with 50 million euro, you can sign a top left back in European level and not a young talent. So he can become one of this level, but he's not worth this money, maybe in Manchester City consideration now. They know that they will face a competition, because they were trying this summer because they had no competition. But next summer, they will have a lot of competition from other clubs, also from Spain, from Italy, a lot of interest in this player. But they were trying this summer. They were prepared to pay around 20-25 million euro with add-ons included. So it was like 18 with add-ons, 20 with add-ons. Sporting are not accepting this fee. So that's why Manchester City are saying, we are not signing Nuno Mendes this summer, because there is no way to do the deal for 50 million euro in this moment. But they really like the player. They've been always considering him as one of the best in the game. And so they are talking about young players. And so they are convinced that he could be maybe one for the future. We will see. Maybe in January they will restart negotiation.
Yeah. Okay. And before we move on to departures, players potentially leaving the football club, I just want to touch on the Harry Kane thing again. If we can't get Harry Kane deal done, do you think City will panic or go for someone else, or do you think they'll just be patient, maybe not sign a striker this year and wait until next summer? How do you see this playing out if City can't get Harry Kane? What do you think will happen?
My feeling is not about news because maybe they decide to go for something surprising in the last days, and it could be right maybe. But my feeling is that Manchester City are never going panic. So in the last years, they showed that, okay, also last summer when they had the situation of Koulibaly, they wanted Koulibaly, but they signed Ruben Dias because they were following the situation of Ruben Dias for a long time, and they were 100% convinced that Ruben Dias was nothing panic with Ruben Dias. So if they will go for something like a plan B, will be for something they are convinced. They are never going panic in Manchester City because they have a lot of players, a lot of quality, a lot of players you can try to adapt. Pep Guardiola has been playing many times with number 9 in different position with different players. So I won't be surprised if they say, okay, let's wait a bit maybe for this kind of position.
Okay, yeah, I thought that might be the case. Right, let's move on to the departures then, if you don't mind, Fabrizio. Bernardo Silva, brilliant footballer, brilliant to watch, silky smooth, getting into his peak now. I think he's 27 years old. He wants to leave the football club, is what is widely reported, although I don't think we've ever heard anything publicly from Bernardo Silva. What's the latest here?
Yes, because he's a great professional. You were saying that he's fantastic to see and he's a great player, and I agree 100% with you, but I have to say that he's always a great professional. So as Pep Guardiola said, he wants to go. He wants to try something new, but Bernardo will never be a player creating problems to the club or not showing up in training. It's not in his style. So what's happening now? He wants to try something different, but he wants to play Champions League football. Atletico Madrid, possibility in case they sell Saul this summer is not 100% sure yet, because let's see what happens now with Saul, with Barcelona swap deal collapsing and many things going on. But Atletico Madrid are a possibility. He hopes to have this kind of opportunity, maybe in La Liga, maybe this kind of chances. I'm told that from Arsenal there is nothing. I see a lot of rumors, but at the moment they are focusing on Odegaard or on Madison in this position. So we will see, but I think that he has chances to go. He has serious chances to go as he wants to leave. And I think the market now in general is in the moment where everything seems a bit quiet, apart of Leo Messi, but everything seems a bit quiet. Will be quiet for Sundays, and then at the end, in the last 2 weeks, in the last 10 days, we will have a lot of surprising moves, because many clubs are waiting to move in the last days because maybe price of the player is going to change, and that's why many are waiting. And if they know that Bernardo wants to leave, maybe wait in the last days is a smart strategy. We will see.
Yeah. Do we know what value City are putting on Bernardo Silva? Because I always think it's quite difficult to value Bernardo Silva because his attacking stats, if you look at his goals and his assists, aren't that great. But obviously it's everything else that it gives you on the football pitch in terms of his work rate. And as you say, he's such a good professional. Do we know how much City are sort of putting, what price City are putting on Bernardo? Anything?
I'm not working for Man City board, but I can tell you that I'm sure that when they received some approach, because Pep Guardiola said, Bernardo, if someone wants Bernardo, they have to pay the right money. And what he wanted to say is that looking at some rumor around, like saying 30, 35 million euro, these kind of things, they are not accepting this bid. They are not accepting or considering this bid for Bernardo. So I don't see Bernardo leaving for 35 million euro or this kind of thing. They want something important for Bernardo Silva because, as you said, he's an important player and they want to protect their important players and the value of the players also if they want to leave. So we will see in the coming days, but I don't see him leaving for 30 or 35 million euro at all.
Yeah. No, that's good to hear. Aymeric Laporte is obviously one of the greatest centre-backs in Europe, in my opinion. There's rumours that he's a little bit unhappy. Obviously, Pep Guardiola as well said it's Bernardo and maybe 2 or 3 others. Is Laporte looking to leave the football club? And if so, is there any real serious interest? Because this is one transfer that we really don't see too many links with any other football club in Europe linking, obviously, Laporte to any other club.
Because he has an important price tag, because as you said, he's an important centre-back. But Barcelona were dreaming of him, but now they are in trouble. They can't pay now for Laporte to Manchester City, and so this dream maybe will stay like this, because if they can sell players, they can't afford for Aymeric Laporte. And talking about other clubs, it's really difficult to find an opportunity for who wants to pay for a centre back. He was offered to Tottenham in the potential swap deal for Harry Kane, but Tottenham said no. They prefer to go for Romero. So it will be really difficult, because now in England, all top clubs were looking for centre-back, but Manchester United had Varane, Arsenal had Ben White, so they are not looking for a top centre-back like Laporte. In Spain, Real Madrid are not signing a centre-back as of now, also if they lost Varane and Sergio Ramos. And Barcelona, we say it, so it's not easy. It's not easy in the market to find the right solution. Maybe something surprising in the last days of the window, but as of now, there is still no right proposal for him. And I think what Pep Guardiola said for Laporte, for Bernardo, is so important to say. Manchester City are not giving their players for free. It's the same for Gabriel Jesus and for many other players. They are not letting them live like on loan or this kind of things. It's not in Manchester City style, and they will not do it.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Gabriel Jesus, another one that's being linked with the exit door, maybe is a little bit unhappy that he's not being given a chance as the number one striker following obviously Sergio Aguero leaving. Do we know anything about a potential destination for him? I think I saw Juventus possibly mentioned as a destination. Anything on Gabriel Jesus, Fabrizio?
Juventus, yes, I also see these rumors, and I'm told that there was some genuine interest from Juventus in case Cristiano Ronaldo or Dybala had the chance to leave the club this summer. So it's something they were thinking in June before the Euros, like saying, okay, if you're going to lose Dybala or Ronaldo this summer, we go on Gabriel Jesus as main option as new striker. But Cristiano Ronaldo now is staying at Juventus, and Dybala is discussing a new contract with Juventus. So they signed another Brazilian young talent, Caio Jorge from Santos. So I don't see Juventus spending 60 million euro, because I'm told that they want 60 million euro for Gabriel Jesus as value of the player.
Okay.
And so at the moment, Juventus are not paying this money. So we will see. Also in this case, like for Laporte, it's not easy to find who's going to pay this kind of fee for this player. So at the moment, I'm told that the situation is still quiet. I will keep an eye on Tottenham till the last day of the window, because maybe if they give the green light for Kane, it's not yet at this point, it's not yet at this stage. But if they want to give green light for Harry Kane, and if Tottenham would love to sign a new striker, but if they can find an agreement for Lautaro Martinez, for example, because Inter at the moment don't want to sell him, in this kind of domino, I will keep an eye on Tottenham till the last day, but it's nothing like imminent at the moment.
Yeah, okay. And last one, Fabrizio, Yangel Herrera, obviously a football player that City have brought in to try and develop. Maybe one day he'll feature in Man City's first team, but it is looking like his destination is going to be elsewhere. Leeds, I've seen Atletico and West Ham have all been interested in Yangel Herrera for potentially a fee of around £20 million for. Which is quite a good fee. Do we know anything about Yangel Herrera? Not someone who many City fans will know, but for 20 million, it's looking like quite a big transfer.
Yes, and I told that there are these kind of chances for him. I will keep an eye also on Atletico, because there is this possibility. But at the moment, Atletico Madrid are a bit blocked to see what's going to happen with Saul. They are waiting for Saul to leave the club, and then they can take this kind of decision of players in general to join the club. They want to sign also new strikers, so they are busy with many things. But I will keep an eye on this kind of possibility. It's not imminent, I'm told. It's not something like in the next hours, in the next few days, but maybe next week is something to be discussed. So it's one to keep an eye on. But as always, Manchester City are patient, and to be honest, I really like the style they have on the market. So that's why if I was a City fan, I won't be like in panic for this kind of situation.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, before you go, Fabrizio, Harry Kane, obviously the biggest transfer potentially of the summer in terms of money involved. Well, what we're looking for next? Obviously, Manchester City play Tottenham Hotspur this weekend, which is bizarre. We doubt much is going to go on before that. What's going to happen next week? Is Harry Kane going to have to push hard to get this transfer, or do you think Daniel Levy may come down to City's level? Or are we expecting City to come up towards Tottenham? What sort of news are we looking for next week?
The feeling I have is that they understood on all parties involved, talking on Tottenham board, Harry, his agent, and also Manchester City. They know that now they have to stop this game, and they need to decide finally what they have to do, because it's the best way for everyone involved in the negotiation. So I think next week, but in the next days, I would say, there will be this meeting. Nuno will talk with Harry. Fabio Paratici will talk with Harry. Same also for Daniel Levy. They already spoke many times, but he will spoke directly with him. And they will take a decision. So I'm not sure that he will go to Manchester City, but I'm sure that Manchester City are still working on it and are still pushing to have Harry Kane. So at the moment, Tottenham know that they have to take a decision, and they will do it after talking face-to-face with Harry Kane. So I think in some days we will know. Tottenham have been really serious on saying he's not leaving this summer, but now it's time to make the final decision and to announce the final decision, because Fabio Paratici, new director of football of Tottenham, works like this. He's always so clear. When something is decided, it has to be announced. And so I expect in the next days Tottenham to say, yes, he's going to leave, or no, he's going to stay 100%.
Brilliant, brilliant. Fabrizio, what a guy. Thank you very much for taking some time out to speak to us. We got 2,500 City fans, we think, in the chat who are very much appreciative of you taking time out of your day, man. So
Thank you. Let me say thank you to all Manchester City fans again for the invitation. It was a big pleasure. I am following you, and congrats for the huge work you're doing. Thank you.
Cheers, Fabrizio. Take care, buddy.
Ciao. Bye.
Bye. Mate, what a madness.
What a madness!
What a madness! Bro, can I just say something? You have to tell me everything you just said, innit? Because I was like, bro, speaking to Fabrizio Romano! Bro, I didn't know anything, bro. Everything just went in my ears and out the other ears because I was like, I'm fucking speaking to Fabrizio here.
Yeah, bro.
You're gonna have to reel it back, bro. You know what I mean?
Can I get a rewind?
What did he say, bro? Kane happening on that?
He pretty much said no news, bro.
Oh, fuck.
He said basically next week, but in the next couple of days, we'll find out some information. Apparently, the meeting with Nuno is happening in the next few days. That's what's going to happen, isn't it?
Jeez.
But big up Fabrizio, you know? This is big, you know, this big fat channel. I'm absolutely buzzing. LB, by the way. Can we show some love for LB in the chat? You know what I mean? Can we get some W's in the chat, please? Because LB held himself very well, even though he was starstruck by Mr. Fabrizio.
Mate, that's hard, you know. That's hard, speaking to Fabrizio there.
Bro, that guy's got 4 million followers, bro.
Fuck.
4 million followers, bro.
That's a madness. You know
Look
what?
at all the W's, bro. Appreciative of you, bro. You absolutely smashed that.
Let me pick out the bits that I remember, right? And these are the bits that I was like, Raz. Number 1, Erling Haaland dead. Don't even think about it.
Yeah, Erling Haaland dead.
That's the view I got.
Yeah, definitely. You heard that, right?
Nuno Mendes, City are like, boom, we want this guy. But
it looks like City going, we want him.
But they're saying, which we've said before in our own transfer views, is we think City are like, we like this guy, but for 50 million euros, we're not spending that much money until he has one more season to show.
Yeah, because he's not played a lot of football,
He's played one season worth of football. So City are clearly going, this guy looks sick, we're buzzing, but 50 million euros is basically you're buying a ready-made left-back. So play him again this year. Where is he at? Sporting.
Yeah. Show us what you've got.
Yeah, play again this year.
Come back.
And if you smash it again this year, we'll be there with a 50 million euros.
Yeah, 50 million. Boom, straight away.
What else did I get?
You're speaking about obviously departures and stuff. Oh, wait, Messi was a no-go on a full. You know what I mean?
But apparently, City were interested in April.
Yeah.
So what that tells me is a couple of things. That one, City were like, right, let's try one last time. And obviously, at the time in April, Messi and his whole entourage probably expected for Messi to stay. At Barcelona.
But he expected to stay as well, didn't he? So, right, it was right until the death.
Yeah.
It was right until the death, wasn't it? The whole the situation with Messi.
Yeah, it's a madness. Oh, someone said we got super chats. I didn't see the super chats because I was just staring at Fabrizio, man.
Yeah, we did get super chats throughout the stream. It was difficult because, you know what I mean, he was very limited on time. He only had 20 minutes, so we had to get as much information as possible. We couldn't really read out the super chats and that. However, we can go from now, innit? Do you know what I mean? Like, we can big up people. I know a lot of them are Can You Ask Fabrizio, innit? So Sam Capelka is Fabrizio, who Bernardo Silva is linked to.
Well, we got that in Atletico Hopefully you got the information you wanted there. Zach Holiday with a 179. If we don't get Kane, it'll be Haaland next season. Well, I think is that kind of what he was... I don't think he hinted. I don't want to put words in the guy's mouth. But basically, it sounded like City are prepared to go this season without a striker.
Yeah, it was like this season. It was like this one, innit? Now, done.
So maybe that's the thing, Zach. Maybe that's the thing. It's if we don't sign a striker this year, I very much doubt we will go back in for Harry Kane next year. So maybe Haaland next season will be the thing.
Yeah.
Abdullah Rahman has come in with a car. 25. I wanted to ask Fabrizio out of 10 if he can give us how likely it is for Kane to join City. I know it depends on Spurs, but what is his prediction? Well, I didn't ask him out of 10, but I think at the end, I don't know, man. He didn't sound that confident, did he?
Well, I know. He was very neutral. He wasn't like he was at a confidence scale. He was very neutral about it. But what he did say is the last 2 weeks of the transfer window, so in the next 2 weeks, it's going to start hotting up. This week we'll get news. Also, once that game is dead, he said, that's when we're going to find out information. Because once the game's done, then both parties can sit down and just focus on the matter at hand.
That's fair enough.
Which is truth.
That is fair enough. Jeff W with a $5. City needs someone to tap it in. What are your thoughts on joining the club if Harry Kane doesn't work out for Fabrizio? Jeff! That's bad, Jeff.
Bad, Jeff!
Ayan Imran with a $3.99. Thanks, Ayan. And then Nathan Amy with a $1.79. Well in Uncle B, Daddy Jordy, and Don Freddy. King. Is it King or is that King?
Yeah, the crowns, isn't it? Uncle LB, Daddy Jordy, and Don Freddy. Please can we not have these as like names forever? You know what I mean? Wait, I know why he says Uncle LB, because he convinced someone in the chat that you was my uncle once.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Also, we clipped a lot of it. We clipped a lot of that, so it'll be on our Twitters. You know what I mean? On the City Extra Twitter. So, you know what I mean? A lot of the big quotes and that will be on there. The Messi stuff was very good to watch.
I thought it was really interesting. You know, it's kind of frustrating, but I thought the main thing that I got out of that City did again go in for Messi in April.
Yeah.
But just it wasn't the right time, because at that time Messi thought that he was staying at Barcelona, which is what we heard. We heard that Messi did actually want to stay at Barcelona this year. It's so annoying. It's like, this is such a typical City thing. City wanted Messi last year. Messi wanted City, but Messi couldn't get to City because of whatever reason. This year, City wanted Messi. Messi wanted to stay at Barcelona. So City turned their attention to Kane. Kane then has to leave Barcelona because he's not allowed to stay at Barcelona. But by this time, City are already too deep with the Kane negotiations. And I think as well, if we would have got Messi, that would literally have been it. I know he's a free transfer, but have you seen the cost?
Yeah, I also think, we wouldn't. Yeah, so Messi, the Kelvin there, Messi, right person, wrong time. I feel like with Messi, we missed out. We came in too early, expected him to stay. It all went tits up for him. Then PSG were too fast. They had him snapped up rapid.
Yeah.
Absolutely rapid.
It's a madness.
By the way, people in the chat, innit? If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to us. We are literally less than 7. Do you know what I mean? We have less than 80 subscribers away from 35k.
Come on, bro. The set free maths coming true.
Yeah, bro. Was I set free, maths? I think I might have been. Nah, I was set free.
No, we were set free, bro. Don't hype yourself.
Don't try to hype myself up.
This guy tried to tell people he's set 2 maths, mate.
I was telling people on the
Mate, we used to go Mackies for maths, bro. Don't try to tell people.
Yeah, we did. Oh yeah, it was in the same maths.
This guy.
When we I was telling people on the morning show, right? When me and LB, I used to be in set 2 English, right? I got relegation ridden from set 2 English down to set 5, right? And then I walked into the set 5 lesson after getting that relegation, and I walked in and LB was sat there.
Yeah, but at least I'd not been relegated, innit? You know what I mean? I've been in that league since foundation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was a founding father of
that
league.
of set 5.
I was set 5. I was
set 5, yeah.
You got relegated, bro.
Yeah, I got...
You had to walk in with the shame.
I got the hurt in it, you know what I mean?
You thought you was better than us.
Yeah. I walk in and everyone looks at me and going, what's this set 2 boy doing here?
Yeah,
and I'm like, boys, I'm one of yous now.
Right, guys. Zach, switch camera. It's weird as fuck.
It is so weird.
Don't worry, for the next video, it'll be chill. Right,
yeah, Nathan said Jordy lost brain cells. LB never had them.
Brilliant. That's you can't lose what you never had, innit?
Yeah. Also, Zach, why don't you guys have just one camera? Because if you could actually see the studio, we're sat very far away from each other.
Doesn't work.
Like, I can reach fully out, and you know what I mean? Like, LB's well far away from me. Wait, no, this hand now.
Brave. Why punching before? Right, guys. Anything else, Bray?
I don't think so. You have to go back to work, don't you?
Yeah.
Also, we're going to upload the Fabrizio Romano, the bit without me and Lewis, do you know what I mean, talking shit. That as a separate video very, very shortly. We'll upload that in the next hour or so. So if you want to go watch just that bit back, you can do. There is clips on Twitter and stuff. But yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing, bro. I'm absolutely buzzing. That was next level. Buzzing.
Danny Traeger, or Traeger, is coming with a Canadian. I think it's Canadian too. What do you think of Golson's from Atlanta, LB? Or at LB?
I think I actually like him.
I like Golson's.
He had a good World Cup.
I think he's
Euros.
decent. I think he's decent.
So, you know what I mean? I think he's good. You know what? Yeah, you know, foot tips there. LB making big movies last week. Bro, you've been on Don Robbie, met Don Robbie, met all the AFTV people. Now you've just come on and you just interviewed Fabrizio Romano. What is going on?
CX, it's taken off to the moon.
Moving mad, mate. We're moving mad.
CX going to the moon.
To the moon.
Before that Tesla guy.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk in the mud. We're coming for you. We're coming for you. Elon Musk, we're coming for you.
Johnny Larry, hit that subscribe button so LB can quit his job. 1 like equals 1 extra step to Lewis quitting his job, and we can do this full time.
Buzzing.
That's the truth, innit, bro?
Yeah, right. So don't worry if you've just come and you're like, where's Fabrizio? He's coming. We'll upload it. You can always go back, but we're just going to upload it as a fresh video so you can, guys, for your convenience. So if you want to go check that out, can do. Subscribe, innit? Get us to 35k. If you want to see my Inside AFTV video where I talk about my journey to AFTV and like what it was like meeting all the guys and they're all set up, and that's available for I think tier 2 and 3 as per their extra perks. The join button is down below and it's also in the description. Other than that, guys, we bid you farewell.
Yeah, buzzing. Thank you very much, all of you coming in it. Absolute mega stream. But yeah, we'll see you in a bit.
See you in a bit.